This is the real-life case that inspired the recent hit drama series Private Soldier, and it is also a sensational case that shook the world. With only a middle school education, he taught himself chemistry to manufacture methamphetamine, totaling 60,000 gin, setting a world record. However, after his arrest, he claimed he only sold drugs to foreigners, and said he did it to avenge the Opium War. It's that simple, just like how pure crows were used to defeat the Plant's Gate. So making this kind of methamphetamine started just like that. From a border guard to a deadly drug lord, what exactly did he go through? And why did even the narcotics captain call him a genius? Today we tell the story of the infamous drug master Liu Xiaohua. In the early morning of March 5, 2005, outside a private house in Fuan City, Fujian, a pair of fully armed paramilitary police stood ready, preparing to arrest a drug lord of the century. As the police completed their setup, the arrest order was given at once, and the paramilitary police broke down the door, successfully arresting the drug lord Liu Xiaohua, who was still asleep. At this moment, after waiting 9 years, the narcotics officers captured Liu Xiaohua, and he was escorted in accordance with regulations to relevant units for trial. However, in the car, he showed a relaxed and arrogant attitude, which impressed everyone. "What are you doing?" "Doing what? You just went to ask about this case. Someone came and told you." I hope we can be a bit more honest about this, but I believe my hope is to understand this matter. Is there really a need to create some channel to give me? What do you want to know? You practice light punching. Hey, talking about light punches, you make a quick jab. If you want, pay for it yourself. Then no problem, I understand. Well then, why was he able to evade the police for 9 years? And how did he end up on the path of drug manufacturing and trafficking? All this must be told starting from his legendary life story. December 20th, 1966. Liu Xiaohua was born in Suyang Village, Saiki Town, Fuan, Fujian. Like most poor rural families, Liu Xiaohua's birth brought mixed feelings to his parents. They were happy about his birth, but because the family already struggled to have enough to eat, he had 2 older brothers and 1 older sister. As the youngest child in the family, he wasn't shown much favoritism and often worried about having enough food to eat. The Liu family all practiced Buddhism. When he was 9 years old, his mother was seriously ill and bedridden. To pray for his mother's health, he ate vegetarian meals at the temple for 3 years. At age 12, Liu Xiaohua's father passed away. This tragedy added even more hardship to Liu Xiaohua's family. Afterwards, his mother took on the burden, working the farm to support the family, while also taking care of the children. Seeing how hard his mother worked, Liu Xiaohua, who was in middle school, thought about dropping out, but his mother refused, and he did not disappoint her. Liu Xiaohua's academic performance was indeed excellent, especially in math, physics, and chemistry, with exceptional talent in chemistry. In 1979, he won 2nd place in the provincial chemistry competition. But the promising future Liu Xiaohua should have had was still defeated by the hardships of poverty. At age 17, when he was in the 2nd year of high school, he voluntarily dropped out. After dropping out, Liu Xiaohua learned car repair from his older brother. After a few months, unable to tolerate his brother's bad temper, he decided to seek another path and chose to join the military. Since Liu Xiaohua was still underage at that time, to pass the enlistment review, he falsified his birth date to make himself 1 year older and began his military career. Liu Xiaohua was assigned to the Fuzhou Border Defense Detachment of the Armed Police. In the military, he showed great enthusiasm and earned recognition from many commanders. In the year 1988, Liu Xiaohua was promoted to the Pingtan County Brigade and the 1st police station for vetting and exclusion. And during his tenure, he also served as acting commissary. Here, he met a Taiwanese man named Chen Daozhong, and they later became friends. Both Liu Xiaohua and Chen Daozhong came from similar backgrounds. Their poor families at birth led to a strong desire for money. During one conversation, Chen Daozhong learned that Liu Jiaohua loved chemistry very much. So he introduced him to methamphetamine, which was very popular in Taiwan at the time. Liu Jiaohua was very interested upon hearing this. At that time, the concept of methamphetamine was not well known in mainland China. So Liu Jiaohua did not understand its harms. He only thought it was strongly related to the chemistry subject he was skilled at. Seeing his eagerness to learn, Chen Daozhong recommended some chemistry books and materials to him. Soon, Chen Daozhong obtained 100 grams of ephedrine through some channels, which is the raw material for synthesizing methamphetamine, and asked Liu Jiaohua to try to make methamphetamine. The two went to a hotel, and in merely 2 to 3 hours, he successfully synthesized methamphetamine, totaling 50 grams. Liu Jiaohua gave all the finished products to Chen Daozhong without taking a penny himself. This is the earliest recorded methamphetamine synthesis in our country. According to regulations, promoted soldiers must serve in the military for 15 years. But at this point, Liu Jiaohua could no longer bear it. He was unwilling to live a stable life in the military. So he staged embezzlement of 145 yuan and 15 cents himself. Then deliberately got caught by his superiors, and thus successfully transferred from the border defense troops. In the year 1989, he was assigned to serve as a bailiff at the Fuan City People's Court. During his time as a bailiff, Liu Jiaohua's career continued smoothly, earning third-class merits several times, and was awarded as an advanced worker. His colleagues described him as eloquent, good at socializing, and very capable in fighting criminals whom several people could not restrain. He alone could get rich because of his outstanding performance at the court. In the year 1991, Liu Jiaohua was recommended by his leaders to work on investment promotion in the city. It was at this time he met many businessmen from Singapore, the Philippines, Hong Kong, Macau, Taiwan, and other places. This also laid the groundwork for his later illegal activities. In 1992, Liu Jiaohua partnered with a Taiwanese businessman to start a company named Fujian Hongfa Plastic Company Limited. Address: it was located on the banks of the Sai River, not far from his hometown, Suyang Village, where the company built 3 factory buildings. In addition, Liu Jiaohua spent 700,000 yuan to build a 3-story villa, which was a massive amount at that time. For ordinary people, it was like an astronomical figure. How could such a modest court bailiff have so much money? Earlier, it was mentioned that Liu Jiaohua's company was built along the Sai River. Directly across from the sea was Taiwan. It turned out, while he was working in investment promotion, he learned about smuggling through some businessmen and became aware of the huge profits involved. Therefore, the plastic factory Liu Jiaohua built was ostensibly processing waste plastic, but secretly involved in smuggling cars and other goods. In just 2 short years, he purchased 3 Toyota Crown cars, becoming a well-known big businessman in Fuan City. In 1994, Liu Jiaohua left his job at the court, but after he resigned, the government greatly increased controls on smuggling in coastal areas and also restricted imports of foreign waste plastics. As a result, both Liu Jiaohua's legitimate plastic business and his smuggling operations were hit hard. Suddenly, the company lost all its income and faced bankruptcy. But at that moment, a man named Chen Wenyin appeared, offering Liu Jiaohua another way out. Chen Wenyin was a friend of Liu Jiaohua's from their military service, who later got involved in smuggling as well. Former comrades engaged in the same illicit business at home, so it was not unusual that they reconnected. Chen Wenyin approached Liu Jiaohua and asked if he could get some methamphetamine to smuggle it to Japan or Taiwan to sell. From his words, Liu Jiaohua learned for the first time about the profits in drugs. Faced with the temptation of money, he was prepared to start making drugs, continuing to use the plastic factory as a base, posing as a producer of health supplements and onion extract while secretly manufacturing drugs. Just as Liu Jiaohua was ready to mass-produce drugs, a major problem arose, because synthesizing methamphetamine requires the raw material ephedrine, and ephedrine is a state-controlled chemical. It cannot be purchased in bulk, which left Liu Jiahua momentarily at a loss. Without raw materials, he decided to make it himself. Liu Jiahua was very confident in chemistry. So, through experiments costing 400,000 yuan, Liu Jiahua developed his own substitute for ephedrine, solving the raw material problem, but he found that the product he made was just a pile of powder, unable to crystallize. So, he went to a professor in Xi'an, pretending to be making weight loss medicine, and tricked him into revealing crystallization techniques. With that, all of Liu Jiahua's drug-making difficulties were solved one by one. He then began large-scale drug production inside the plastic factory. In May 1996, Liu Jiahua produced 50 kilograms of drugs and handed part of it to Chen Wenyin, warning him not to sell it on the mainland, or else he would get caught. But Chen Wenyin ignored this, eager to make money, and quickly sold 1 kilogram to a man from Chengdu, Fujian. After the transaction, the buyer was caught by police during illegal immigration. To uncover the seller behind this, police had the buyer keep in contact with Chen Wenyin and requested a purchase of 5 kilograms of methamphetamine. Thus, Chen Wenyin and another drug dealer Zhang Minghui were successfully arrested by plainclothes police during their second transaction. The arrest of the two dealers caused Liu Jiahua great headaches, but he remained calm. To gather frontline information, he even went directly to the courthouse and sat in the audience beside Chen Wenyin and Zhang Minghui, the trial spectator seats. At first, Chen and the other refused to reveal who was behind the scenes, but after the death penalty was announced, their mental defenses collapsed instantly, and they confessed to Liu Jiahua. Both were sentenced to life imprisonment. After learning Liu Jiahua's identity and the location of his factory, the police rushed here immediately. But unfortunately, the factory and villa had long been deserted, and Liu Jiahua had escaped ahead of them. Inside the factory, the police seized a large amount of drug-making equipment and some unfinished products that had not been destroyed. On the first floor of his villa, the police also discovered a secret passage. This passage led directly 150 meters to the bank of the Seijiang River, where a speedboat had been docked year-round. It took only 3 minutes to leave the main road of Seijiang by boat. But what needs to be noted is, the police driving from the entrance of Suyang village, bumpy in the whole journey to Liu Jiahua's villa, took a full 40 minutes. Liu Jiahua's counter-surveillance awareness was inseparable from his many years in the military and his experience as a judicial police officer. After escaping, Liu Jiahua did not go far. He came to Zhufeng Temple in Quanzhou, Fujian, and stayed there for a few days, trying to calm himself by worshipping Buddha and meditating to soothe his emotions. He planned his next move. 5 days later, he went successively to Puning, Guangdong, where at that time drugs were rampant. Here, he saw a large market, but Liu Jiahua was not scheming. He knew he was currently wanted by the police, so he flew to Sanya in Hainan. He lived there for 1 year. After 1 year, Liu Jiahua returned to Puning, Guangdong, and met the largest local drug dealer, Chen Bingxi. This man had cooperated for many years with a Burmese drug lord named Tan Shaolin, but they only dealt with heroin and had no methamphetamine, ice, which had much higher profits than heroin. Chen Bingxi learned Liu Jiahua had unique skills and naturally wanted to collaborate with him. Thus, the two quickly reached an agreement and began their criminal path. With Chen Bingxi's financial support, Liu Jiahua produced a full ton of methamphetamine within 2 months. This made them incredibly rich, but Liu Jiahua was not satisfied. His goal was to build a huge factory capable of producing 10 tons of methamphetamine. However, just as their drug business was going smoothly, an unexpected event occurred. In November 1999, Tan Shaolin was caught by police while delivering a batch of drugs to Chen Bingxi, who had already been ambushed by the police. Afterwards, Chen Bingxi disappeared without a trace. Upon learning this, Liu Jiahua panicked because he not only lost a business partner, but also a lot of hard-earned profits. It turned out that during the police search of Chen Bingzi's drug warehouse, a large quantity of methamphetamine was unexpectedly found in the neighboring warehouse. The police called in an entire platoon of armed police to remove all the drugs, which filled a whole basketball court. According to statistics, the total amount of methamphetamine was 11 tons, which was double the amount seized worldwide that year. And this was only 1/3 of what Liu Zhaohua produced in the warehouse. The police also found a shipping invoice, which had a hotel address on it, with the signature of Liu Sen. The police concluded that Liu Sen was the alias of Liu Zhaohua and decided to raid that address. However, Liu Zhaohua, highly aware of counter-surveillance, realized this early. Before the police arrived, he had already escaped. So, the police started checking and blocking suspicious vehicles throughout the city. But at the same time, the cunning Liu Zhaohua had already taken a bicycle through back roads out of the city. In the following months, Liu Zhaohua traveled successively to Shantou, Xiamen, and other places, finally escaping to Qingdao. In Qingdao, Liu Zhaohua contracted 10 lottery machines from the Qingdao Municipal Welfare Lottery Center and started a lottery business. Although working for his boss Yu Taman, he couldn't resist buying tickets himself, wanting to try his luck. However, Liu Zhaohua's luck was indeed good, and a few months later, he actually won a first prize, with a reward of 1 million. After receiving this sum of money, Liu Zhaohua saw the hope of a comeback. He, who always believed in fate, had someone read his fortune, and he was told that his life lacked the element of wood. So he gave himself the name Li Senqing, took his savings and went to Guilin, a place known for 3 graves. At that time, the government strongly encouraged investment attraction. So Liu Zhaohua, as an investor, established a biotechnology company called Sensen in Guilin and signed a 300 million yuan contract with the local Lingui County government, leasing 30,000 mu of wasteland to plant Taxus chinensis trees, which was then the largest taxus forest in the world. Just as he was making progress again, Liu Zhaohua still did not forget his old trade. So, he began to use taxus planting as a cover, found a cave in the forest to prepare his drug manufacturing factory. During his days in Guilin, Liu Zhaohua, under the alias Li Senqing, was somewhat well known. He not only promoted local government development, but also boosted local employment. Once, he was even featured on the newspaper for single-handedly knocking down 3 thieves. In November 2003, just as Liu Zhaohua's drug manufacturing base was about to be completed, Chen Bingzi, a drug lord who had cooperated with him, was arrested in Thailand. With his capture, a complete drug trafficking network was unveiled to the police, and clear evidence of Liu Zhaohua's crimes was evident. They decided to intensify the search nationwide to completely eliminate Liu Zhaohua. On the morning of November 24, 2004, the Ministry of Public Security issued a Class A arrest warrant, offering a reward of 200,000 yuan for capturing Liu Zhaohua. Soon, a concerned citizen from Guilin anonymously reported that a local businessman named Li Senqing looked very much like Liu Zhaohua, and this person's background was mysterious and suspicious. Upon receiving this information, local police immediately went to the villa where Liu Zhaohua had been living, but they were a step too late. However, what no one expected was, Liu Zhaohua did not immediately flee Guilin, but lived in an abandoned radar station in Yanshan, Guilin, for half a month inside a cave. Inside the cave, Liu Zhaohua even wrote Li Senqing was here, visited. Next to it were the characters Liu Zhaohua. Half a month later, Liu Zhaohua was preparing to escape again. He firmly believed that the most dangerous place is actually the safest, so he chose his hometown, Fuan, in Fujian province, as his destination. Just like that, after wandering for a month or 2, he returned to his hometown. But this time, Liu Zhaohua clearly underestimated the police, who had long set up a heavy trap in Fuan, just waiting for Liu Jiahua to take the bait. Finally, on March 5, 2005, after confirming Liu Jiahua's location, the police decided to carry out an arrest operation. This was the moment we mentioned at the beginning, and it happened to be his birthday. On June 26, 2006, the case of Liu Jiahua was tried at the Guangzhou Intermediate Court. During the trial, Liu Jiahua spoke words that left a deep impression on the world, even causing some to praise him. How simple it is. They once used pressed tablets to open my door, so I should also be able to use Ding Talk to open their door. It's just that simple a principle. Up to now, we talk about how simple it is. I am not deceiving people. This is really true for myself. I don't go to steal or manufacture drugs, so this doesn't count as harming others, right? He was voluntarily taking drugs, not forced to use drugs. On June 25, 2008, the Guangdong Provincial High Court rejected Liu Jiahua's appeal in the second trial, sentencing Liu Jiahua to death. On September 15, 2009, after approval by the Supreme Court, Liu Jiahua was escorted to Guangzhou to carry out the death sentence. It is worth mentioning that Liu Jiahua had 3 wives in total. The first was his childhood sweetheart. The second and third he married during his period on the run. The first wife, after learning about his situation, she chose to marry him. The third wife was sentenced for the crime of harboring. In my opinion, what Liu Jiahua said at the trial was just an excuse to defend himself. No matter what his reasons were, nothing can hide his crimes of drug manufacturing and harming society. The road to drug prohibition is arduous and long. Here, we salute the frontline drug enforcement officers.